President of Africa Development Bank, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, Nigeria must feed itself. If it fully unlocks its agricultural potentials, Nigeria can help to feed Africa. Hello and welcome to Agro on TV. My name is Faith Esenwere. As you know, we speak agriculture, we talk agriculture, and we discuss issues affecting this sector. Be a part of the show by sending your comments and suggestions to our social media platforms showing on your screen. Agro on TV will be right back. Stay with us. The homegrown school feeding program of the Office of the Vice President is getting its success as 7 implementing states receive payment for staff employed by these states. Details of this and more on the pulse.
Governor of Kebbi State, His Excellency Alhaji Abubakar Bagudu, and his Anambra State counterpart, Chief Willie Obiano, have both emerged Agri-Governors of the Year at the 2017 Nigeria Agriculture Awards held in the Grand Ballroom of Intercontinental Hotel Victoria Island, Lagos. The awards, which was organized by Agro Nigeria, a private media outfit specialized in the reportage of agribusiness to celebrate achievers in the agricultural sector, had other categories of awardees, including the tertiary and secondary school students. Other award recipients include Ogun State as Agribusiness Destination of the Year, Honorable Afam Mbanefo of Anambra State as Agro-Commissioner of the Year, Sterling Bank PLC emerging as Agri-Bank of the Year, Josephine Okoji of Business Day newspaper, who won the Agro-Journalist of the Year, Triton Group for Fish Farmer of the Year, Anthony Egba for Crop Farmer of the Year, and Amarachi Ndebelite as Student Farmer of the Year.
We'd like to thank the organizers very much for this recognition. The recognition is not far-fetched, of course, because of the natural endowments that Ogun State has when it comes to agriculture. And indeed, we're finding that there are so many current investors and potential investors and individuals of all cadres of life who are really coming to the States to invest in agriculture. Why is this? It's not far-fetched. Ogun State is very close to all the demand centers in the country. Lagos State, of course, the whole of the Southwest region, the whole of West Africa. And so that's why we're called the Gateway State. But of course, we also have very good arable land in the states. We have enough water for irrigation. We have enough rainfall. We have good temperatures. So we really have all of the endowments, the natural endowments that make the state very suitable for agriculture.
The federal government has commenced payment to states where the implementation of the homegrown school feeding program has started. This was made known by the Vice President Yemi Osubanjo, who was represented by the Special Advisor to the President on Social Media Investment, Hajia Mariam Uwais, at the just concluded Feed Nigeria Summit held in Lagos. The homegrown school feeding program, which is a program of the Office of the Vice President, is targeted at school pupils in Nigeria. 26 states have kicked off capacity workshop in response to the implementation of the program, but just 7 states have received payments.
The program is deliberately tagged homegrown because it's meant to create value at the local level by raising demand for farm products produced by smallholder farmers in the communities, while also generating jobs for community women who serve as cooks to the pupils. It aims at mopping up over the 11 million out-of-school children by ensuring that they are enrolled in school through the incentive to the family of providing one free meal. With this focus, both the President and the Vice President are passionate and waiting for the actualization of the dream of having a Nigeria where every child is assured of primary school education with improved health and nutritional outcomes.
This is actually to boost agricultural production and the local economy. The farmers need to know and have that capacity. Food quality and safety for the children, engaging the private sector, incredibly important.
On Talk Time today, the director of Songhai Center, Professor Godfrey Nzamujo, is my guest. Sit back and watch as he throws more light on the activities of Songhai farms. Glad to have you on Talk Time. I have with me joining me on today's segment, Professor Godfrey Nzamujo. He's the director of Songhai Center. Good to have you on this house, sir.
Thank you very much.
Please help us introduce yourself.
My name is, you've already introduced me,
Yes,
Godfrey Nzamujo.
Exactly. We want to hear from your mouth who you are and what you do.
Godfrey Nzamujo. I'm the director of the Regional Songhai Center based in the Benin Republic.
Basically, the Songhai Center, what actually is it all about? What do you do in Songhai Center? Who wants to do that?
Songhai Center is a project of a new African society for Africans to be on the driver's seat. Develop a new way of production, a new way of living that corresponds to what we really are. Who are we? And we decided to do it from agriculture because agriculture is the key. As I said today, agriculture could be a weapon of mass construction. It could really do a lot of things because that's why we miss the road. We've been doing an agriculture that is a grafting on us. They're not based on our reality, based on temperate agriculture. And that's why it's not working in Africa. So from what we've known about science, about ourselves, we have to change the way we do things. And Songhai is an expression of that change. Africans that have this capacity, that have this knowledge about themselves, about the environment, and Africans who want to be different, who want to be themselves, that have harnessed all the possibilities to create a new world that fits them today, starting from agriculture and other type of things. So Songhai is an integrated development project from agriculture to industry and services.
Okay, now let's focus on agriculture. Since your inception, what are some of the things you've achieved? How would you rate your success in terms of agricultural development with respect to Songhai?
First of all, Songhai is not an agriculture, it starts with agriculture.
So we're focusing on that.
Okay. It's what we have developed a new farming system that is working. We are producing more and better with less. We're making agriculture attractive to the young people because of the farming system we developed where young people enjoy doing it. Because we are putting in modern science, which they like. We are putting internet, as you saw over there. We're putting a lot of other type of thing that young people are interested in. That makes it exciting for them. Not just exciting, but they're making money out of it. They are producing food that is serving the population, not just filling the stomach, but a different type of food, what we call healthy living, healthy aging, disease prevention. This is totally different from what we see. What we've seen today is dumping of food that is not food, actually. So this is our success. And people will see in a small piece of land, we produce all year round because we have put in place a new technology, we call it authentic technology that brings benefit for the environment, brings benefit to the producer and the consumer. So this is what many people are saying, oh, this is exciting, this is where we should be going. Instead of the old agriculture that is expensive, that is not working, that is producing food that is not really good for you. So this, I think, is why many people from the UN Secretary General, the before and afterwards, they are coming over there to encourage other people to go that way.
But despite all of these practical steps, especially I'm trying to focus on youth now. Now you've talked about the ways you want to make agriculture attractive to the youth. Now despite all of these things, we've found out that some youth are still not interested in agriculture. What could be the cause of this?
No, it's a question of communication. People are not really. And that's why I decided to do this interview with you. Because the youth haven't seen. We haven't really sensitized them enough. Most of the youth that have come to today, we have a long list in Benin, those who know Songhai. Well, today, more than 3,000 are waiting on the list. Because the problem is knowledge. People don't know what is going on. They still believe agriculture is the old way. It's not exciting. No, I'm a professor of microbiology and electronics. And I'm using an engineer. I'm using all these things. I'm not even feeling qualified. So I'm bringing all the type of sciences together to do agriculture. Agriculture is not like any other thing. Agriculture is the mother of sciences, where you pull in engineering, electronics, all of them to make it work over there. So that alone is attractive. Not only that, you've seen that this type of agriculture is serving the planet, is serving the earth. It's making you feel that I'm doing something. That's what young people like to look. I'm contributed to the well-being of everybody. I'm doing something. I'm a part of the solution. So again, that's interesting for them. But also, I'm making money. So these are the farming system of Songhai that is attractive. But the message is not being passed. So that's why I decided to talk with you, to tell you, you saw the pictures today. This is what is happening today. If the young people can see it and come and I think that will be interesting to them. But one thing too, agriculture, people think it's a money thing. Who are investing in agriculture in Nigeria? It's foreigners who have millions and millions of dollars to come here, grab, use any type of technology to make money and to run away and leave dead land for us. The land that cannot produce good food for us. The land that is burnt today, as happened in Europe and America today. So this is a big problem today in policy. How many universities of agriculture do we have? How many universities do agriculture? Hundreds of them. But they are not equipped. They are not real agricultural, where Africans can develop their own agriculture that is linked, aligned with the reality. Instead of ready-made, importing a different agriculture with their chemicals, with the machinery, we are a slave to it. Yesterday was Europe, but it's going to be India and China. I'm sorry to say it. This is it. You, young people, you have no more social security. How many lands are being given to foreigners to do that old agriculture that is not productive? That will make quick money and then go. I told them today, the animal feed, the fish meal, how many of them are producing, and all of them with chemicals and hormones? You are eating the catfish, you are eating all those type of things. Tomorrow you'll be sick. So we must know that this agriculture is more than business. Agriculture is life. Agriculture is civilization. Agriculture is family. It's not just money, dollars and cents and naira, no. And this is what will be interesting to young people today. And that's what we want to promote. That's why I decided to come here, to talk about an agriculture that can become a real motto of broad-based and inclusive development that can make everybody proud. That's what is missing in Nigeria. We are just trying to survive. And it's dangerous. We have not built any culture. We have no pride of what we're doing. So this must change. And the young people like you can change it today.
Basically, now, talking about the young people still, because I have much interest in them. Now, there are some of them are saying, not actually talking to some of them, they were saying that they want to farm, but there is no land to farm. What can you say about that?
That's true. The idea of farming is 3,000 hectares. We can get used together, old government lands, a lot of them line farming. Organize them. Like University of Agriculture at Abeokuta. They have a lot of land. There's no farming over there. There's a lot of government land lying fallow. The government can acquire them, install the students, the young people there for 5 or 10 years, do some, land kind of thing until they get enough strength to go to their own. So there are years of land reform to really do. So you don't need 2,000 hectares to land, but people should be reasonable. How can we do step by step? We have enough government land lying fallow doing nothing. We could use it to work on them, to design them, and install these young people over there, equip them. And that will make them together, working together, marketing is together, they share resources together, mutualize them, and they become proud and they know each other and they create a community. And then from there, they are strong enough to go where the situation is a little bit more difficult. So you have to bring them together where you can incubate them. You give them type of thing, organize their market, organize their input. When they're now strong enough, they can now start going a little bit afar, but then they can link together. So those things are here, but we're not doing them. So we're doing, I call it GATTIN, it's a general agreement on talk and talk. We're talking about agriculture, but not doing agriculture. This is the problem today. This land could be done. We don't need thousands of hectares. This new farming system, 4 hectares, 5 hectares, can make you rich. You can produce all year round. And they're not working too much. You have leisure time to do other things, to learn more agriculture, to learn more science. And it's exciting. And it's an integrated thing. You can do both the crop and the fish and the crop as you saw today. So this is something of the future that we must really embrace.
Okay, now let's, this is Feed Nigeria Summit basically. Now how do you think this summit will help to address some issues that are pertinent to agricultural development in Nigeria?
I think I came here because I saw the passion. I saw that this is the pathway. So agriculture is so important. Please repeat me. Agriculture is so important. You don't leave it only in the hands of agronomists, agroeconomists and bankers. It is something for everybody. And they brought everybody together, from the vice president, should have come but was represented, to farmers, to everybody together. It is not just those people who call themselves agronomists, those who are bankers finding them. That's the old way. But letting everybody be a producer, everybody inventing new things, everybody, I can do it. Okay, like you can create business around it, eat good quality food over there. You go, the young people come, the school one again. Not just feeding them, but also develop school farming.
That's very good. Now, I want you to tell us some practical steps you think government should take to be able to incorporate everybody, both the youth, the women, the men, everybody, to really have passion and interest.
Okay, we don't have to do everything at the same time. Start where it's easy to do. People in universities practicing farmers. These are the people to target first of all, because the university people, they're looking for what to do. But we need to invest in them, create good farms there, farming system there that is holistic, that is natural. Those schools will be providing food for the university. Already that business aspect of it, imagine University of Ibadan, Department of Agriculture is producing maybe 10% of the food. It's used the department to do entrepreneurship, get kind of things. When the people come there, they become really, on the right, they are functional. Not when they finish now, they go with a stupid certificate. This is a new way. So change the system of education that make the people, when they finish, functional. Today is non-functional. You have agronomists trained for 5 years who can't do anything. It is the waste because of our educational system. Colleges of agriculture, schools, all of them, start there. But what we are doing ready-made, turnkey. You invite people to come and invest in agriculture today, and this is what is doing over there. So you are not empowering young people to do agriculture. That is the problem.
So they need to be empowered.
Totally different.
All right, so now, just a quick one. What are some of the challenges you faced, ever since the inception of Songhai Center? Some things that have actually hampered your development?
A lot. I wanted to pull up many times because people don't believe, first of all, in ourselves. The thing is convincing my fellow Africans that we can do it. It was difficult for them to really believe it until I started doing it and they started believing. So my biggest problem was other people say, we cannot do it, we cannot do it. So convincing Africans, Nigerians, tighten their seatbelt and go for it was my biggest thing. And until they saw me doing it, a person with all those degrees, I became a farmer. So the challenge of all my knowledge, I turned them to become a farmer to show practical things. That's the only way I convinced them that it is possible. And then when they open their eyes, they followed over there. And that's how we're able to do it.
All right, so do you have anything else to say to everyone out there?
I think the problem today is ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves. What I say to young people, believe in yourself that you can do it. And nothing is easy. If you believe in the beginning that everything is easy and you want to have that entitlement mentality already fell. But if you start, it's not easy, but I'm going to do it. That's when you're on the right path.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's really a pleasure. Well, you've heard it all. Basically, agriculture is so important that we cannot afford to leave it in the hands of only agronomists or the bankers or even the farmers out there. Everybody should get involved. That's it on Talk Time. Agro-Ontv continues. Stay with us. There is a high need for the private sectors to get fully involved in agriculture in the country. Today on AgroStyle, the CEO of Farm Crowdy, Onyeka Kuman, tells us why this is important, especially to the growth of agriculture.
My name is Onyeka Kuman, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Farm Crowdy. Farm Crowdy is an agri-tech platform that connects middle-class Nigerians with small-scale farmers in order to boost food production. What we have is a website that people can come on and they can decide to buy off maize, rice, cassava, or poultry farms and sponsor a farmer who takes that input goes and does the work on the farm with the assistance of our farm extension officers to get the best output where possible, and then sell this to off-takers. And once the sale happens, we pay back the farm sponsors for the work that has happened on the farm. It's similar to the outgrow model, but this time around we've brought technology into play and we're deploying smart farming techniques. Unlike the outgrow model that gives the farmer the input and allows them to go and just do the work, what we do is the input the farmer gets is money coming from a sponsor. So the sponsor holds us accountable to make sure the farmer does the work. We hold the farmers accountable to make sure they deliver what the off-taker wants, so that we can get harvest at the end of the day that the off-takers will buy, and then we'll sell, and then we'll pay the sponsors back their return for their money. So it's a bit of a circle. Similar, like I said, to the outgrow model, but here you'll have technology providing pictures, updates from what's going on the farm. We also do video updates, and we also organize farm visits for the farm sponsors to visit the farm. In addition to this is the fact that because we understand that you need education and you need knowledge in order to improve what the farmer does on the farm, we partner with the likes of Notori, with the likes of IIT, in order to get them to be able to train the farmers to understand how they can expand on what they already have in terms of their knowledge. And it's funny to see that a lot of these farmers have never touched or seen fertilizer before. I think digital agriculture is in two forms. One is where you use technology to improve what happens on the farm in terms of production, and you use technology to inform the farmer. In terms of informing the farmers, a lot has happened, a lot of the conversation has happened around that, getting farmers to know how to do it better. I am more of a school of introduce the farmers to do it better, not just with the talk, but in showing them how to do it on the farm. I think that's where, for us in Farm Crowding, our own education moves a bit off the seminars and lectures to actually applying it on the farm and showing the farmer, taking case studies, ambassadors on the farms, to show them what they can actually do with the same farmland, same conditions, and getting more output out of what has gone into the ground. So in terms of the education part, yes, some things have happened. But in terms of what should actually happen with technology around irrigation farming, not much has gone into that. It's still very expensive to implement irrigation facilities on the farms. And this is what will help us to go dry season, wet season, and still continue to produce the required output that will sustain our society. So much money. So we have. Recently we were in IIT and we met the youth arm of the IIT, and part of the things we're discussing is how, it's interesting how young minds are thinking, like myself. And a lot of them are getting into the business of agriculture and looking at making a name for themselves in that space. Many entrepreneurs are boarding out of that institute. So we're looking at how we can partner with many of them. We're looking at getting the farm inputs from more of the entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs that have come out of those IITA programs. If there are many more youth organizations like this, as there are in the country, that are actually working, not just talking, we're interested in partnering with more of them. But this is just one example of how we've gone around, making sure we work with youths. In selecting our farmers also, we try to pick more women than men. They seem to be a lot more committed. Working on the farm, we work a lot with the rural youths. We work with the youth leaders in the communities we work with. Some of them have joined us as also extension officers. And so if you look across Farm Crowding and you see the caliber of people that we're working with from place to place, you find most of them are between the ages of 20 and 32, 35 max.
As part of efforts to ensure farmers' safety in the country, the federal government has commenced training of 3,000 personnel called agro-rangers to protect farmers and their investments from criminals. As good as this may be, will it combat the challenges of insecurity facing farmers in the state? Here is what Nigerians have to say on Street Vibes.
quite sure that the move the federal government want to make concerning providing personnel that will be guiding the farmland now for people to avoid all these clashes with herdsmen, I think it's a welcome development, because I believe rearing of animal is a personal issue. It shouldn't be something you can carry your animal to go and destroy another person's something, all in the name of one Nigeria. You understand? Because there's a lot of people are feeding that their farmland is where they earn their living. That's where they earn what they eat and everything, what they use to take care of their families and so on. So that's what they are earning.
I don't know why government like to deceive we Nigerians. How much is 3,000 people being recruited by them to replace the issue of farmers? You know all these S-men, you know how powerful they are. All these Fulanis, Danas, you know how powerful they are. So government are training 3,000, they are 25,000 to face the issue. That is not the issue at stake at all. It cannot be. They are not enough to face them.
You want to secure farmlands. Which farmlands are you particularly interested in? So that's the question. How many of them? Where are they located? And how many, have those particular environments been threatened by insecurity, for instance, by Fulani herdsmen? If that is the case, then you can see clearly that that number is insufficient.
I feel the major goal of the government should be training the farmers themselves to be able to secure their own parcel of land. They own it. They should be able to secure it by themselves. But when you say employing 3,000 people to help secure farmers, those 3,000 people can now become threats to those farmers themselves.
Nigeria can feed itself and also help to feed Africa. It starts with you, it starts with me. This brings us to the end of today's episode. Many thanks for being a part. In case you missed any part of the show, log on to Agro Nigeria TV as on YouTube, as each episode of Agro on TV is available for your view. Send your comments and contributions to our social media platforms showing on your screen, and we'll broadcast it on the program. You can advertise your products and services on this show, as well as contact us for the management of your agricultural events and projects. Till I come your way again next week, I remain Faith. As I think growth, think agriculture. Bye for now.